Welcome to the FreshWire, your essential download for what's buzzing in entertainment. I'm Jason Grioua, and today is Sunday, April 27th, 2025. Coming up on today's show, the weekend box office sees a vampire thriller hold its ground with remarkable strength, while a beloved saga from a galaxy far, far away makes a stunning, record-setting return. Hollywood legends gather to honor a cinematic titan, sparking conversations about artistic integrity versus the bottom line in today's film industry. Big moves in the gaming world, Disney and Epic Games deepening their metaverse ties with a massive Star Wars event just days away. Plus, casting controversies stir debate around a major fantasy adaptation, and major award wins are announced from the Hong Kong film scene. Stay tuned, we've got a packed show covering all the entertainment headlines you need to know today. We begin tonight in Hollywood with the latest numbers from the weekend box office, where staying power and nostalgia dominated the charts. Ryan Coogler's vampire thriller Sinners, starring Michael B. Jordan, has proven to have serious bite with audiences. Entertainment Weekly reports today that the film remained firmly planted at number one in the domestic box office for its second weekend, pulling in another $45 million in North America. Truly remarkable is how little it dropped from its opening weekend haul of $45.6 million, a decline of only 6%. In an era where big films often see second weekend drops of 50% or more, this minimal dip suggests incredibly strong word of mouth and audience satisfaction. It speaks volumes about the film connecting with viewers beyond its opening hype. Any early concerns about its reported $100 million budget seem to be fading fast, as Sinners has now amassed a healthy $161 million globally. This performance demonstrates that a well-executed original genre film, backed by a prominent director and star, can still find significant theatrical success and legs. But perhaps the biggest story at the multiplex this weekend involved the return of a classic. The 20th anniversary release of Star Wars Episode III: Revenge of the Sith made a spectacular comeback, landing in second place domestically. Globally, the re-release earned a massive $42.2 million this weekend alone. This isn't just a successful re-release, it marks one of the highest-grossing re-release weekends in domestic box office history, trailing only giants like the 3D re-releases of Titanic and The Lion King. It's a powerful reminder of the enduring appeal of the Star Wars brand and the potency of nostalgia. The film, originally released in 2005, is now making a serious push towards the elusive $1 billion lifetime gross milestone. The simultaneous success of an original concept like Sinners holding strong, and a two-decade-old franchise film achieving a massive opening through a re-release highlights two distinct yet equally powerful avenues for studios right now: investing in unique, high-profile original stories and strategically mining their vaults, leveraging beloved IP and nostalgia for significant box office returns. Audiences seem are hungry for both the new and the familiar. Elsewhere on the charts, Ben Affleck's action sequel, The Accountant 2, debuted solidly in third place domestically, earning $24.5 million. Globally, it took in $38.2 million. Meanwhile, a Minecraft movie starring Jason Momoa and Jack Black continues its impressive run in its fourth week, adding another $22.7 million domestically. Globally, it's actually topped the charts this weekend with $60.5 million, bringing its cumulative worldwide total to a staggering $816.5 million. The video game adaptation Until Dawn rounded out the top 5 globally, earning $18 million. Sticking with Hollywood, last night saw a truly star-studded affair as the American Film Institute, or AFI, held its 50th Life Achievement Award Gala, honoring the legendary director Francis Ford Coppola. Reports today from Deadline and The Hollywood Reporter paint a picture of an emotional evening filled with heartfelt tributes from across the industry. The AFI Life Achievement Award is widely regarded as one of the highest honors in American cinema, previously bestowed upon icons like Meryl Streep, George Clooney, and Steven Spielberg. Coppola, the visionary director behind masterpieces like the Godfather trilogy, Apocalypse Now, and the recent ambitious Megalopolis, was celebrated by peers, collaborators, and family alike. A recurring theme throughout the night was Coppola's unwavering artistic integrity and willingness to take risks. Adam Driver, who starred in his self-funded $120 million epic Megalopolis, delivered a particularly pointed tribute. Driver praised Coppola for spending $120 million on a piece of art and not letting the money dictate the content of the film. Quote, Adam Driver. He added, referencing the current climate, quote, "For a year in our culture when the importance of the arts is minimized and our industry is seemingly out in the open that the only metric to judge a film's success is by how much money it makes, I hang on to individuals like Francis for inspiration, who live through their convictions, through big moves, all in service of pushing the medium forward." This sentiment, praising his financial gamble, despite its critical reception and modest box office, seemed to resonate deeply, perhaps reflecting current industry tensions, where artistic vision can sometimes feel secondary to commercial imperatives and franchise demands. Steven Spielberg, presenting the award alongside George Lucas, reportedly moved him to tears. Spielberg lauded The Godfather as simply, quote, the greatest American film ever made, unquote, and called him peerless and a warrior for independent artists. Lucas, his longtime friend and collaborator, echoed the sentiment, calling him our hero, the first university student to make it to the industry. The celebration of his specific brand of maverick filmmaking, his artistic bravery, his championing of actors, his willingness to bet on himself, felt like more than just nostalgia. It served as a powerful statement about the enduring value of director-driven cinema in an evolving Hollywood landscape. Of course, no tribute to him would be complete without hearing from his Godfather stars. Al Pacino recounted how he fought to keep him in the role of Michael Corleone when the studio wanted him fired, saying, quote, thanks, Francis, for believing in me more than I believed in myself. Robert De Niro, who won an Oscar for playing young Vito in The Godfather Part 2, brought some levity, humorously thanking him for not casting him in the original film, saying, quote, it was the best job I never got. Adding, it meant I was available for The Godfather Part 2. Francis, you changed my career, you changed my life. The tribute gala itself raised over $2.5 million for AFI's education programs and is set to premiere on TNT June 18th. Shifting our focus internationally, the 43rd Hong Kong Film Awards were handed out earlier today, and one film emerged as the dominant force. According to reports from Deadline, director Zhao Qiang's martial arts action epic Twilight of the Warriors Walled In swept the ceremony. Set in the 1980s within the confines of the notorious densely packed Kowloon Walled City, a real place in Hong Kong demolished in the early 90s, the film follows a troubled youth played by Raymond Lam who finds refuge and learns life lessons amidst the city's chaotic order. Twilight of the Warriors wasn't just a critical darling, it was already a phenomenon at the Hong Kong box office, becoming the second highest grossing local film of all time there. It was also selected as Hong Kong's official entry for the Best International Feature Film category at the Oscars this past year. The film's critical acclaim was cemented tonight. It snagged an impressive 9 awards from its 14 nominations. These included the night's biggest prizes, Best Film and Best Director. Its dominance extended to the technical fields, where it picked up awards for Best Cinematography, Best Editing, Best Art Direction, Best Costume and Makeup Design, Best Sound Design, Best Visual Effects, and Best Action Choreography. This sweep underscores the continued strength of genre filmmaking within the Hong Kong industry, particularly projects showcasing exceptional technical craft and production value, areas where Hong Kong cinema has long held a global reputation. While other films earned recognition, the night clearly belongs to this visually dynamic action spectacle. Other notable winners include the drama The Last Dance, which earned 5 awards, including Best Screenplay and Best Actress for Michelle Yeoh. Veteran actor Sean Lau took home the Best Actor award for his role in Papa. And fittingly, the Lifetime Achievement Award was presented jointly to 2 pillars of Hong Kong cinema, influential director Sao Hark and renowned producer Nun Shun Shi. Now let's turn to the world of television, where news today touches on sustainability efforts on a major production and casting controversies for a highly anticipated series. Bella Ramsey, the acclaimed star of HBO's massively successful adaptation of The Last of Us, is using their influence to promote environmental responsibility on set. Reports today in The Hollywood Reporter detail how Ramsey successfully negotiated what's known as a green rider into their contract for the show's second season. For those unfamiliar, a rider is essentially an addendum to a contract that lays out specific requirements. Often they're associated with celebrity perks, specific foods, travel arrangements, and so on. But Ramsey's rider focuses squarely on sustainability. Specifically, the rider mandates efforts to reduce food and material waste during production and encourages the use of electric vehicles. Ramsey explained the initiative, stating, quote, it covers every department, and the producers have to adhere to certain things, and so does the actor. Both parties have to be accountable for being sustainability conscious throughout the shoot. Making sustainable choices on set should be built into the very fabric of the production because it's not that difficult. This move by a lead actor on such a high-profile show signifies a potential shift, leveraging contractual power not just for personal benefit, but to enforce broader environmental standards, potentially setting a precedent for future productions across the industry, moving sustainability from a voluntary initiative to maybe a contractual obligation. Staying with major HBO productions, veteran actor John Lithgow, who has been cast as the iconic wizard Albus Dumbledore in the network's upcoming Harry Potter series reboot, has addressed the ongoing controversies surrounding the franchise's author, J.K. Rowling. In an interview with the UK's Sunday Times, Lithgow expressed his surprise at the intensity of the backlash related to Rowling's public statements on transgender issues. Rowling has faced significant criticism for several years from LGBTQ+ advocates and many fans for comments widely perceived as transphobic, leading even some stars from the original film series to publicly disagree with her views. Lithgow, a respected actor with a long career, acknowledged that stepping into such a beloved role placed him directly into this sensitive and ongoing debate. He revealed to the Sunday Times that he wasn't fully aware of the extent of the controversy until a close friend, who was the mother of a transgender child, sent him a link to an online opinion piece titled "An Open Letter to John Lithgow, Please Walk Away from Harry Potter." That, he said, was the, quote, canary in the coal mine. He expressed surprise at the rage Rowling's name evokes, stating, "I thought, why is this a factor at all? I wonder how J.K. Rowling has absorbed it. I suppose at a certain point I'll meet her, and I'm curious to talk to her," unquote. Despite this, Lithgow confirmed the criticism has not diminished his enthusiasm for playing Dumbledore. Interestingly, Lithgow drew a parallel to another role he's playing, portraying beloved children's author Roald Dahl, who himself faced controversy over anti-Semitic statements. Lithgow noted the irony of being involved with two writers who are, quote, geniuses at entertaining kids, but have had crises among adults. Lithgow's experience underscores the complex situation facing HBO and the production team. While HBO and Max CEO Casey Blouse previously stated the controversy hadn't impacted the show's development, Lithgow's comments revealed the author's shadow is unavoidable, directly affecting the public conversation around the new series and the actors involved, highlighting the challenges of managing legacy IP tied to controversial creators. Shifting gears to the music world, the 2025 American Music Honors took place last night in West Long Branch, New Jersey, presented by the Bruce Springsteen Archives and Center for American Music at Monmouth University. This year's distinguished honorees were a diverse group of legends: soul icon Smokey Robinson, country and folk luminary Emmylou Harris, Rage Against the Machine guitarist and activist Tom Morello, rock and roll veteran John Fogerty, and Texas song writer and singer Joe Ellie. The evening, hosted by former NBC anchor Brian Williams, featured tributes and performances from an equally stellar lineup, including Bruce Springsteen himself and others. Adding to the special atmosphere was a surprise performance by Jackson Browne, who was honored last year. He joined Springsteen and Morello on stage. The event served as a powerful celebration of the breadth and enduring influence of American popular music, bringing together artists from different generations and styles to honor lasting legacies. And now, for the latest on gaming, where we look at major developments in virtual worlds. The ambitious partnership between Epic Games and entertainment giant Disney continues to unfold, aiming to build what they call a new games and entertainment universe within the massively popular game Fortnite. CCN reporting today on the progress of this multi-billion-dollar collaboration, which envisions a persistent digital space where users can interact with various Disney properties, watching content, shopping for virtual goods, and playing games all in one place. This approach, integrating experiences into an existing platform with hundreds of millions of users, stands in contrast to Meta's efforts with its Horizon Worlds platform, which has struggled to gain widespread traction. Epic Games CEO Tim Sweeney previously told The Verge that the building trust through things like an interoperable economy, where digital items might have value across different experiences, is key to their vision. This focus on integrating content into a proven popular ecosystem rather than building a new platform from scratch or relying heavily on VR hardware might represent a more pragmatic and potentially successful path for the still evolving concept of the metaverse. And we're seeing a concrete example of this integration very soon. CCN reporting that a major multi-week Star Wars event is launching within Fortnite May 2nd. The event, titled Imperial Takeover, will unfold in stages with different themes each week. The Pull of the Force on May 8th, Mandalorian Rising May 22nd, Star Destroyer Bombardment May 29th, and Death Star Sabotage on June 7th. This 5-part saga is set to culminate in a live, in-game narrative event designed to make players feel, as the announcement put it, like they've got the fate of the whole galaxy in their hands. Before we wrap up, let's quickly touch on a few more entertainment briefs before acclaimed actor and director Kenneth Branagh thinks Hollywood superstar Tom Cruise doesn't get enough credit for his acting chops. In an interview with the Times London, reported today by Variety, Branagh called Cruise an underestimated actor. Speaking ahead of Cruise receiving a prestigious fellowship from the British Film Institute, the actor who starred alongside him in the 2008 film Valkyrie said if he ever tires of wowing the world with action, he's going to surprise those who view him as only a movie star. Actress Blake Lively hit the red carpet in New York City tonight for the premiere of her latest film, Another Simple Favor, the sequel to the 2018 mystery thriller. People magazine reports Lively was joined by her husband Ryan Reynolds, who looked sharp in a gray plaid suit, as well as director Paul Feig and co-star Anna Kendrick. For those following celebrity news, this public appearance comes amid Lively's high-profile and ongoing legal dispute with Justin Baldoni, her director and co-star for the film It Ends With Us. People notes a trial date in that case has been set for March 2026. More casting news for the highly anticipated Hunger Games prequel film Sunrise on the Reaping. Entertainment Weekly publishing a guide to the actors joining the project. The film, based on Suzanne Collins' newest novel, tells the origin story of Haymitch Abernathy years before he mentored Katniss Everdeen. As reported, Australian actor Joseph Zada will play the 16-year-old Haymitch. Whitney Peake, known from the Gossip Girl revival, will play his girlfriend, Lenore Dove Bard. McKenna Grace, seen in Ghostbusters Afterlife, is cast as fellow tribute Maysily Donner. And notably, acclaimed actor Jesse Plemons will take on the role of Plutarch Heavensbee, the character played by the late Philip Seymour Hoffman in the original film series. The prequel is slated for release in November 2026. We mark the passing of British actor Damien Thomas, whose death was reported earlier today. He died on April 18th at the age of 83 following a battle with progressive supranuclear palsy. He was perhaps best known to genre fans for playing the vampire Count Karnstein opposite horror legend Peter Cushing in the 1971 Hammer film Twins of Evil. His career also included notable roles in high-profile television miniseries such as Father Alvido in 1980's Shogun, alongside Richard Chamberlain, and as the unsettling Richard Mason in the 1983 BBC adaptation of Jane Eyre starring Timothy Dalton. Rest in peace, Damien Thomas. And some positive news on the health front for a well-known music personality. Matt Pinfield, the former MTV VJ, recognized by rock fans everywhere, shared an encouraging update on his recovery today via his Instagram account. As reported by Loudwire, Pinfield suffered a serious stroke back in January, which resulted in him being in a coma for 2 months, battling pneumonia and needing a ventilator. Doctors initially expressed concerns he might not speak or walk again. However, in his post today, Pinfield wrote, quote, "Slowly but surely recovering, lots of physical therapy, fighting my way back, one day at a time." He's set to make his first public appearance since the health scare very soon, hosting the Hollywood Walk of Fame star unveiling ceremony for the band Green Day on May 1st. We certainly wish him all the best in his continued recovery. That's all the time we have today for the FreshWire. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Jason Grioua. Have a good morning, afternoon, evening, day, or night, wherever you are, however you live.